All right, now it is time to talk about those jumps. Paris 2024, the days are getting closer and closer and closer. I'm getting so excited, and there's no way I'm gonna give you predictions. There's no way I'm gonna talk about track and field without talking about the field, without talking about those jumps. Long jump, triple jump, high jump, those are the ones I'm gonna be diving into, giving you my top three, kind of doing a little bit of a breakdown of the fields. Go check out all the videos I've already done about the track events, the sprints, as well as the hurdles, but it's jumps time, y'all. Let us talk about it. Women's long jump. Let's start off here where this is actually a little bit more competitive than it might seem on the surface, but I do have a slightly clear favorite. Maybe not super clear, but I'm giving the women's long jump to Tara Davis-Woodhall, where just looking at what she's done this year, season's best of 7.18 meters, and she's jumped 7 meters multiple times throughout the year. The consistency that Tara has been putting down is unmatched this year, unmatched by anyone else. And I really think that this is gonna be Tara's moment to finally get on the podium, to get to the top of the podium, right? She got on the podium last year in Budapest, but I think she's gonna be able to finally get to it in Paris here. She of course competed in Tokyo, wasn't able to get on the podium there. She was, much younger, her first Olympics, but I think this is gonna be her time, Tara Davis-Woodhall. But even though I do have her as it's a slightly clear favorite, which is a weird thing to say, I do think that Malaika Mihambo is going to be coming. Now, Mihambo had to sit out last year due to injury, and she wasn't able to compete at the World Championships. This year, she's been coming back, right? She didn't compete indoors. Someone can fact check me on that, but she did come outdoors and was able to really drop some big bombs. Season's best of 7.22 meters, which she jumped at the European Championships. She never matched that yet, but she has jumped 7 meters a couple times as well. So I like where Malaika Mihambo is at right now. I like that she's kind of been getting back into the fold despite sitting out for injury. This is gonna be a very competitive event where you can see, I can actually imagine both of them, Tara Davis-Woodhall as well as Malaika Mihambo. I think that both of them can jump 7.3 meters in some capacity. They're really gonna be pushing each other to some high, and very far marks. So Tara Davis-Woodhall gold, Malaika Mihambo silver, and then I have Larissa Iappicino representing Italy. I have her in the bronze medal position. Her consistency has been really, really great. I actually said last year throughout the season, she was arguably the favorite entering Budapest, where she was very consistent on the Diamond League circuit. This year, she hasn't been, as consistent relative to some of the best in the world, but she has been putting in some great performances. Season's best and personal best, right, of 6.94 meters this year. So she's really preparing, and she's extremely young. She's younger than both Tara as well as Malaika. She's still kind of rising and developing, still has yet to hit 7 meters. This could be the time. If I'm saying that Tara and Malaika are gonna hit 7.3, we can see, Larissa hit that 7 meter mark, and it would not surprise me. So that's my top three: Tara Davis-Woodhall, Malaika Mihambo, Larissa Iappicino. Huge performances that I'm looking forward to from all three of them. And then I also have Agata de Sousa for Portugal in 4th place. She just transferred over from Sao Tome and Principe, and she's getting to compete at the Olympic Games. She is also one who's dangerous, 6.91 meters this year. So keep a lookout for them. On the men's long jump side, this is actually a little bit trickier than it may seem on the surface. To me, it's actually, I think that there's a clear favorite, but this is gonna be a very competitive event, like we saw in Budapest last year. Hold up, before we get to the rest of the video, y'all know that I'm gonna be on the ground holding it down with the CITIUS MAG team in Paris, and we've got all the coverage that you need for track and field from August 1st all the way to August 11th. We've got daily recaps, podcasts, interviews, newsletters, constant updates on social, all powered by ASICS, and you don't want to miss any of it. So go in the description. I've got all the links you need to stay up to date with everything that the CITIUS MAG team has. So let's get back to the video, y'all. But Miltiádis Tentóglou, he's a favorite, right? He's a gold medal favorite. Defending Olympic champion, defending world champion, right? He is extremely consistent, and it's going to be hard to bet against Tentóglou considering what he's been able to do, considering how he's able to put together these clutch performances. I think he did it in Budapest, last year. That last round jump, he was able to get the gold medal. His consistency is really unmatched when talking about the past 3 to 4 years, right? Since Tokyo 2021. So excited to see what Tentóglou does. I have him as gold medal favorite here. Silver medal, I have Kerry McLeod. Kerry McLeod got 4th place at the Budapest World Championships last year. He's gone pro since then, right, from the University of Arkansas. But since then, I think he is a very, very strong contender for gold. But I have him getting the silver medal here. He got silver behind Tentóglou at the World Indoor Championships this year. He's also jumped really, really consistently where, this year he's jumped 8.38 meters. So getting into that range of the 8.4s, we could see him, jumping 8.5s, 8.6s, who knows? But I'm excited to see where Kerry McLeod goes. And this is really kind of putting Jamaica on the map in a sense where, think about a decade ago where, 10 to 15 years ago, you wouldn't be thinking about Jamaica getting on the podium in, a lot of these field events. They just weren't contenders. But then you see someone like Tajay Gale getting the gold in 2019. You see Wayne Pinnock getting the silver in 2023. You see Kerry McLeod, coming up and getting the silver at World Indoors this year. I think that they're really on the rise. So Kerry McLeod, I have him getting the silver medal here. And then bronze medal, I do have it going to Matteo Furlani from Italy, the world junior, record holder. He's jumped 8.38 meters this year. He has been so consistent, even though he is still extremely young. I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do. And between these top three, Tentóglou, McLeod, as well as Furlani, I think that it's going to be a very, very close competition. Just one shout out to Wayne Pinnock, where I just don't think that I can't pick him for a podium spot now, because his best of 8.40 meters, that's from the NCAA championships indoors. He didn't win NCAA's outdoors. And then he's also been dealing with some setbacks and maybe some injuries and things like that. So we'll see. I would love to see him get on the podium, but I have him in 4th place just based on how the outdoor season has progressed. Now let's move over. Men's triple jump. Whew. Check out the video. This is men's and women's triple jump. Check out the video that I did kind of breaking down the landscape of the men's and the women's triple jump. This is going to be a very competitive event, but I do have Pedro Pichardo. He is going to be getting the gold medal, in my opinion. Why? As I've said over and over and over, I really, truly do value experience. 2013, he got the silver medal in the triple jump. 2015, he got the silver medal. He dealt with some injuries, and he was transferring allegiance to Portugal from Cuba. 2021, got the gold medal at the Olympic Games. 2022, he got the gold medal at the World Championships. Last year, I think he dealt with some injuries as well, pulled out of the World Championships. But I think that this year, he's already jumped 18.04 meters. What his personal best is 18.08 meters from 2015. Shout out to Christian Taylor. Check out the video I did on Christian Taylor. But I think that Pedro, just because of that experience, that's going to bring him over the edge. But behind him, I do have Jordan Diaz-Fortune. He, of course, got the best of Pichardo at the European Championships, jumping 18.18 meters. That moved him to number 3 all-time, only behind Jonathan Edwards, only behind Christian Taylor. He's extremely young, and Diaz-Fortune has actually been here for a couple years, where he was previously competing for Cuba as well. I'm actually going to do a video on that, just how many Cubans kind of transfer allegiance, but he was previously competing for Cuba, and he was at previous World Championships, 2019? He might have been in 2017 as well, but he's been here for many, many years. I think that this is just going to be his year to finally get on the podium. So shout out to Jordan Diaz-Fortune for the silver, and then I do have Jaden Hibbert for bronze. Jaden Hibbert, it's hard for me to pick him for the gold medal or the silver medal right now, only because he hasn't had as consistent of a season or as frequent of a season relative to some of the other guys. And like I said, Pichardo, he's been on the podium multiple times, been gold medalist multiple times. Diaz-Fortune, he's competed at the World Championships and the Olympics a couple times, but Hibbert hasn't actually done that yet. His first time was Budapest last year, and he was showing some huge promise, but he pulled out of the final because of a hamstring injury, which was a smart decision, right? Don't jeopardize your future career for, a one-time opportunity. I think that this is going to be his time to finally get on the podium. He, in my opinion, has the highest ceiling of anyone in the triple jump field. So that's who my top 3 is: Pedro Pichardo, Jordan Diaz-Fortune, Jaden Hibbert. Hughes Breezango, personally one of my favorite athletes in the entire sport. I think that he's just going to miss the podium only because of his consistency this year. It hasn't been up to snuff. He has a best of 17.57 meters this year. Of course, his personal best is 18.07, the world indoor record, but he just hasn't been in that same realm of consistency that, Pichardo, Diaz-Fortune, as well as Hibbert have displayed this year. Even with Hibbert competing, not nearly as frequently, he has more consistency at those high marks relative to Hughes Breezango. But we're going to see that. And then shout out to Andy Diaz-Hernandez. He's also been one who's always in the mix. Going to see him in 5th place here, in my opinion. But women's triple jump, let's dive into it. Again, check out the full video I did on the breakdown. This, in my opinion, very similar and in the same vein as the women's 100-meter hurdles, is one of the most competitive events at the Olympic Games. You do not want to miss the women's triple jump. And even with Yulomar Rojas out, I think that's actually kind of highlighted and heightened everyone's competitiveness, where they're like, hold up, Yulomar Rojas, the clear gold medal favorite, the clear GOAT of the triple jump, she's not here. Oh, let's play ball. Let's get on this gold medal podium. Let's reach for all this. But got to give you my top 3 here. Gold medal, Perez-Hernandez from Cuba. She's just been too consistent year after year after year. She got onto the podium last year, got the bronze medal. This year, she got a medal at the World Indoor Championships. I think that she's going to be able to get the gold medal here. 14.96 meters this year already. Her personal best is 14.98 meters. She beat probably the most competitive fields, right? At the Prefontaine Classic, at the Monaco Diamond League. She's been beating out the toughest fields where all the women are competing with each other. I think that Perez-Hernandez is finally going to get the gold medal, and I think that she's going to jump very far. I'm looking at, 15.1, right? Maybe 15.2. I think she has that potential. So we're going to see Liana Perez-Hernandez. That's my gold medal favorite. And then I have Taya Lafond. I think that Taya is going to be able to get that silver medal here. She's finally going to get on the podium at a Global Championships outdoors. She got the gold medal indoors in a massive personal best of 15.01 meters. Her first time over 15 meters, something that she's been working for, for so long throughout her career. Check out the full video I did on Taya Lafond and, all the progression through her season, coming from Maryland, going professional, competing since Rio, and then all the progression that she's made through her career. She is one of the top athletes here. And the reason I'm putting her for the silver medal, coming off the gold medal at the World Indoor Championships against a very strong field, but then she's also been very consistent all throughout the season at these big competitions where most recently at the Monaco Diamond League, she arguably had her most consistent competition maybe since the Budapest World Championships last year, where she finished second place to Perez-Hernandez jumping 14.87 meters. But she was extremely consistent in that range, 14.7s, 14.8s. I think that Taya is finally going to get on the podium. So that's my silver medal. And then bronze medal. This one was kind of tough, but I'm giving it to Shaneka Ricketts. I think that Shaneka Ricketts is finally going to get her Olympic medal. She's been on the World Championship podium so many times, I think 2 World Championship medals, but she is finally going to get her Olympic medal. I think that this is her time. Now, let's be clear. She hasn't jumped as far as some of the other women throughout the year where, her best is only quote unquote 14.67 meters. But I think that she realizes, this is my moment. I've been to the Olympics so many times. I haven't gotten onto the podium. I've been to the World Championships and I've gotten onto the podium a couple times, but I want that Olympic medal. Shaneka Ricketts, her personal best of 15.03 meters from last year shows that she can be a force. And let me be clear, though I have this top 3, all of them could win gold. This event is so wide open, just like I said for the women's 100-meter hurdle. So I'm excited to see Shaneka Ricketts. That's going to be my bronze medal. Perez-Hernandez, Lafond, as well as Ricketts, my 1, 2, 3. Beck Romanchuk, she's a silver medalist from last year. She's jumped 15 meters. We're at 15.02 meters. She is so consistent, but I just think she's coming back from injury, and she has jumped 14.8 meters this year at Monaco. I just think that because of the injury, I'm going to give her slight setback to some of the other women. So I have her getting 4th place here. But again, this field is so wide open. And then you have Povea. I think she's going to get the 5th place. And then you also have a couple other women in the mix. So that's my field for the women's triple jump. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, it's so hard to pick. Y'all know that triple jump is one of, if not my favorite event. And this is going to be a one for the ages. So huge shout out to the women's triple jump. To finish off with those high jumps. The men's field is very competitive, but let's do the women's first, where clear favorite, Yaroslava Mahuchikh from Ukraine, world record holder, 2.10 meters, a world record that, stood for 40 years or something like that. I mean, Mahuchikh, the way she did that at the Paris Diamond League was insane. So she's a clear gold medal favorite. She's been the most consistent high jumper over the past couple years, medaled at every global championships, since Tokyo, or actually since 2019 in Doha. So I really like where Mahuchikh is at, and I don't know if the world record is in threat again, but who knows? She did it this year. Why can't she do it again? We're gonna see. But that's what my gold medalist is. And then of course, Nicola Olaslagers, apologies for the pronunciation, but she's a clear silver medalist. She is the most consistent behind Mahuchikh this year. I mean, if you have another 1-2, it's probably like you have like some bias, which is perfectly fine. But just based on the, everything, the performances that they put down this year, those two have been extremely consistent. Behind them, it does get a little bit trickier, but I think that I have Angelina Taupik. She's going to be my bronze medal pick. She jumped 1.89 meters this year. Again, it's really tricky because not so many women high jumpers have been as consistent where I can say, okay, they're the clear bronze medal favorite or they're the clear favorite for a medal, but I do have Taupik to be able to get onto the podium. And apologies, either Taupik or Taupik. I think Angelina Taupik is the right pronunciation. Please someone fact check me in the comments. I'm looking at her to get the bronze medal. Then I do have Lamar Diston and Vashti Cunningham to get the 4th place and 5th place. Diston, competing for Jamaica, it's interesting because she didn't perform well at NCAAs, both outdoors as well as indoors. She finished 2nd place to Rachel Glenn indoors. But the thing about Lamar Disson that I give her a little edge on is because she has the experience. She's competed at the previous World Championships. She's a Commonwealth gold medalist from 2022, I think. So I just like that experience, and I think that Disson is going to be able to get into the mix. And like I said, behind Mahuchikh and Olasligers, I think that everyone is just like, it's a mosh posh for the gold medal. It's a race for that gold. So we'll see Disson and then Vashti Cunningham. I would love to see Vashti get on the podium once again. Got the bronze medal in 2019, but just that consistency through the year. Rachel Glenn, I'm only giving a little setback only because she doesn't have that experience yet. She could very well and good, disprove me and get onto the podium, get into the mix, but we'll see. That's my women's high jump. Men's high jump is a lot more competitive, but I actually think that Hamish Kerr from Australia, I think that he is a slight favorite here, only because of the consistency throughout the season. He has a season's best of 2.36 meters, and he's gotten a lot of good wins throughout the year, so I think I'm giving him the slight edge. He's a gold medalist from the World Indoor Championships this year as well, and I think that he's going to be able to kind of bring things together, build off that consistency, and get the gold medal here. But when I give you all these picks, I'm really splitting hairs. This is so close, but Hamish Kerr for the gold medal, and this might surprise people, but think about that consistency. I have Shelby McEwen getting the silver medal. Why? Well, the previous and most recent, Diamond League competitions, we saw Shelby McEwen in the mix, getting some of those top spots. We saw him win the U.S. Olympic trials. We saw him get on the podium at the World Indoor Championships. I think that this is going to be his moment to get on the podium at the Olympic Games. Again, that consistency, that experience, that's what I'm kind of drawing off of. And it's really splitting hairs here. But Hamish Kerr for the gold, Shelby McEwen for the silver medal, and then I'm giving the bronze medal to Barshim. Barshim is going to finish off his Olympic career with another bronze medal. I think this is going to be it. I think that he's going to be able to cap his Olympic career off with 4 medals in the men's high jump. 2012, he got the bronze medal. 2016, he got the silver medal. 2021, he got the gold medal, sharing it with Tambiri. I think this is going to be his final Olympic Games, and he's finally going to be able to get onto the podium once again. Man, it's going to be tough because he's jumped 2.31 meters this year. He skipped out on London because of the run-up, but that jump that he did have, that 2.31, that proved to me that he was kind of in the realm, and he did seem pretty consistent. So I think that Barshim is going to get the bronze medal. And then behind him, I do have Tambiri. Tambiri had a little, health setback, in the middle of the season. He said that he's fully recovered. I don't know. That maybe gave me a little bit of a scare. So I don't know, but I have him in 4th place here. I just think that I really do value the consistency more recently. I'm really splitting hairs when I'm talking about this men's high jump. I can't keep talking about it enough. It is so close. Javon Harrison, the weird thing about Javon Harrison is at the top of the year, I actually would have had him as a gold medal favorite. I think I did have him as, if not the gold medal favorite, maybe the co-gold medal favorite. But then he had a series of setbacks where Olympic trials, he didn't do well. And then after that, he didn't do as well. Now, I think it was at the London Diamond League, he did pretty well. He was kind of getting back into the fold, but man, again, that consistency from some of the others, it's a little setback. Again, these athletes, I want y'all to prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. I want to see some of y'all get onto the podium, but that's my top 3. Hamish Kerr, Shelby McEwen, and then Mutaz Essa Barshim. That's my top 3 for the men's high jump. So those are my predictions for the men's and the women's field events, the long jump, triple jump, and the high jump. Some of my favorite events. Listen, the triple jump, do not sleep on this triple jump. It is going to be hot. The women's triple jump, the men's triple jump, some of the most competitive events that y'all do not want to miss in Paris. But let me know what you think about these jumps. What are your predictions? Go in the comments. Let me know. Always appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.